Hello everyone and welcome back to Manifest Finesse on YouTube. My name is Manifesting Guide. That is my Twitter, TikTok, and podcast. My paid coaching email is down below and all timestamps are down below. And today we are going to be talking about how to stop undesirable behavior with an SP. This could essentially mean things like your SP isn't fully committing to you, they keep coming in, then they keep leaving, they're being distant in a relationship, maybe they have a baby partner, like a baby mom, a baby dad, or an ex that they kind of assured you like, oh, don't worry about them, but like you don't feel reassured and you bring it up to them and then they don't do anything about it. I'm also going to tell you what to do if you have anger or resentment towards your SP. Maybe you guys broke up and they said some hurtful things and you want to manifest them back in, but when you think about them, all you think about is how they hurt you. Maybe when you guys were on a break, they kind of got with somebody who they told you in the relationship, like, oh, don't worry about her, don't worry about him, and then they got with them. I'm also going to make a video on how to manifest an SP out of thin air because y'all have been asking about that too. So this video idea came to me when I was coaching somebody, and their situation was their SP would come in every few months and give them the attention that they wanted. They would say everything and then they would leave, and then a couple months later they would come back, do the same thing and leave. Like very hot and cold, very inconsistent. So if you're my client and you're like, girl, I already heard all of this in the email, like, yeah, because the email was that good, I'm gonna be repeating it. So take a listen. First thing I want to mention, that I will always mention whenever I want to talk about manifesting anything, is self-concept. Your SP is not separate from you. Anything that they're doing, they have done, or will do existed in your mind before it materialized. They are you pushed out. I'm not saying the exact actions unless you're transmitting thoughts and stuff, but I'm saying how you see them. If you see them as a liar, if you see them as a cheater, if you see them as a player, if you see them as somebody who's inconsistent, then those behaviors will be reflected in your 3D because you are in control of their reality. They don't have the free will to do anything you don't assume they will do. My client clearly expressed to me that their SP does this bunny hat trick every few months. They come in, they come out, they're not consistent. And I said to them, I was like, why would they show any other behavior than hot and cold behavior when that's all you're assuming they're doing or that they will do to you? This goes for anybody. This goes for teachers, parents, crushes, partners, grandparents. It doesn't matter. Every single person in your reality will respond to the thoughts and behaviors that you assign to them. So I told this person I was coaching, I was like, you allowed the one or the few undesirable times that they showed up to dictate how they will continue to show up in your reality. And we usually pick a negative experience to set the tone of how somebody we want will show up in our lives because we don't see ourselves as worthy of their commitment. We don't see ourselves as worthy of their love. Why would they love me? Why would they want me? They have better options. This person's prettier than me. This person's smarter than me. Well, they have this ex that they've been with for 10 years and we were only together for a year, like, etc. You anticipate your specific person's past behaviors to repeat itself, and you've allowed it to affect you so much to the point where it becomes a dominant belief system that you can't even see them being any other way. You can't even conceive them liking you, or you can't even conceive them wanting commitment to you, with you, wanting to take you out. And that is the biggest trick your mind can play on you because it is your dominant beliefs and assumptions that are creating what you're seeing. So if you allow what you see to control how you think, you're going to recreate the same 3D because what you think is controlling what you're seeing, but you're allowing it to be the other way around. That's like me looking in this mirror and being like, I hate this shirt, and sitting there and being upset. It'll never change if I just sit there. I have to change in order for the reflection to change. It would never be the other way around. And that's how a lot of people are trying to operate. So we have to change the old story. You have to clear the old story and come up with a new story. A story that says you are worthy of commitment, you are worthy of emotional maturity, you are worthy of emotional availability. You have to tell yourself over and over that you are getting what you want because this is your reality. Are you a bird? No? So why are you accepting breadcrumbs? No more with the breadcrumbs. You are getting exactly what you want because you said so. Also, it should feel good to say these things to yourself. I see a lot of people where it's like, okay, like here's my list of 50 affirmations. And I'm like, okay, cool. How many of them do you actually believe? And then it's crickets. And I'm like, you don't need a list. Pick 2 to 4 affirmations and say them for 2 weeks straight. Make them be about your worth and your power. I'm powerful, I'm worthy, I always get what I want, everything is always working out for me. That's it. You say that and loop it and loop it and loop it. So your mind can focus and you can actually saturate yourself. I understand why you don't believe your 50 affirmations, because you're not saying them to switch your states. You're saying them to get through them. Oh, I'm beautiful, I'm loved, I'm wanted, I'm chosen, I'm worthy, I'm pretty, I'm beautiful, I'm successful. I'm like, yeah, after the 15th one, I'd just be reading it like that too. Like, no, pick like 4. You should be able to count them on a hand and loop it and loop it and loop it and loop it. Now, I'm not saying you can't have a list, but if you're gonna have a list, take it in chunks. Not, I'm wanted, I'm chosen, I'm beautiful, I'm loved. Like, that's not how we really get into the subconscious. We get into subconscious by repeating the same thing over and over and over again. Just like you're learning your ABCs, right? There's 26 letters, but you go A, B, C, D, then you go E, F, G, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Like, we group them by like 4s usually, It's the same thing. You're not going to learn it by saying all 26 every single time. That's not going to work. So you're persisting in this new story, again, not to see movement in your 3D reality, because that will happen regardless. You're doing it to switch your states, because when you switch from a mindset of lack, of unloved, of unworthy, to one that is like, I am loved, I am worthy, I'm getting this man, I'm getting this girl, we're in a relationship, that's it, that will materialize and be reflected in your reality whether you want it to or not. And you're doing this so that when you look at your 3D and you're not seeing this thing, you don't allow that to make you become doubtful. You don't allow that to, oh, it's not working. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, manifestation isn't real. Hot and cold behavior occurs because you're wavering. You're in between 2 states. You're thinking it's working, no movement, it's not working. Oh, but he said this, but she said that. Oh, but he has a girlfriend now, she has a boyfriend now. But they just told me the other day that they were still in. That's what's going on. You're allowing your 3D to dictate how you feel, and that will always keep coming as consistent results in your reality. So you're going to stick to this new story regardless of what's happening around you, because it is all old programming. It is not relevant. The 3D is never in tune with our consciousness. Obviously, if the 3D was always in tune with what was in our mind, we wouldn't have any desires, because there'd be nothing to desire, because we'd always be full of what we want. You may not believe your new story right away. I don't expect you to. If you did, you wouldn't be in this predicament. So that's fine. You have to be persistent with it. That's the only way change can occur. You're still going no matter what. I don't care if you have the doubt. I don't care if doubts come up. Cool. He doesn't love me. Yes, he does. He's obsessed with me. He can't stop thinking about me. He wants me so bad. That's what we're doing. We're not even giving it a second thought. I have a mental diet video if you want to know how to get strict with yourself. But that's what you need to do. Next, we're going to focus on the concept that your specific person has of you. Okay, you see them as somebody who doesn't want to commit to you, who only wants you late at night, who can't hold a conversation, who texts you back every 3 days. It all goes back to your concept of yourself. Why wouldn't they commit to me? Why wouldn't I be the first person they think about when they wake up and the last person they think about when they go to bed? Why wouldn't they take me on dates every single Friday night? Why wouldn't they be raving about me to their family and friends because I'm so beautiful, I'm attractive, I'm handsome, I'm pretty, and whatever? You see how it's always you? You see how you're the decider of it all? Yeah. You should be telling yourself that you're the best thing that's ever happened to this person. You should be telling yourself you're the best relationship this person has ever had. You should be telling yourself you're the best person to be in a relationship with because you're so beautiful, radiant, stunning, handsome, attractive, you smell good, you taste good, whatever. Your SP cannot do anything that you don't allow them to do. And so many people hate that. So many people were like, no, everybody has free will, everybody has free will. And the only reason they're saying that is because those people can't get their SP to conform. So they victimize themselves and be like, well, if I can't do it, that means it doesn't work. If I can't do it, then they obviously have free will. They're not conforming to me, they're not being mine. Stop. You're the one who's pushing them away with the concept you have of yourself and the old programming. So if you want them to come in, you have to see them as someone who is capable of coming in. Y'all don't think they can commit to you again. Y'all don't think that they'll ever give you the time of day. So why would they? Step out of it for a minute and look how the thoughts you have right now are a clear reflection of what is going on in your reality. You can sit here and say, well, I've been saying that they're coming. I've been saying that they're in love with me for 15 minutes a day. And then what do you do for the rest of the day? Oh my God, where are they? Oh my God, they have a girlfriend. Then why won't they call me? Why won't they text me? I just miss them so much. I wish I was here. Like, you're acting like you lack them. You're telling yourself stories about how you lack them. If you had them, why aren't you saying you have them? Focus on the version of you that you would be if you had what you wanted. What would you think? Finally Finally, it's about damn time they're committing to me. I'm so glad they're telling me all I want to hear. They can't stop telling me how beautiful I am, and that makes me feel so loved. Sit in that feeling as much as possible and know that that is what is manifesting, because it is. The 3D is always in movement, whether you see it or not. When you think a new story, it is automatically in transmission, and everything is coming together and unfolding in your favor, or in the favor of your story. Whether that's in your favor or not, you're in control of it, so it doesn't really matter. But this is why it is important to immerse yourself in the new story as much as possible. I saw somebody comment the other day on my wish fulfilled video. They were like, well, do I have to be in the wish fulfilled all day, or can I just be at da-da-da-da? You tell me. Like, you don't have to be in the wish fulfilled all day, but you know, what are you in all day? Do you think it's coming? Do you think it's manifesting? Do you think they're thinking about you? As long as you have some sense of that things are working out for you, that's all you need. When your consciousness is on anything for extended amounts of time, desired or undesired, it will materialize in your reality, and you know that. You've seen it happen with the undesirable stories you have of this person. So we're not doing anything special, we're not doing anything different, we're not doing anything crazy. You're doing what you've been doing, just in favor for you. So instead of thinking they are talking to other people, it's gonna be they're talking to me, or they're thinking about talking to me, or they're talking about how much they love me. You focus on good outcomes, and you start expecting good things to show up in your life regardless of what is showing up, because it is irrelevant. You'll never have to try and control them again. You'll never have to send paragraphs talking about, please, you're hurting me, I want you to know how I feel, I want you back. We're not doing that anymore. You simply just go in your mind, and you can revise it. You can say, no, they didn't say they hate me. They told me they love me so much. They told me I'm the most beautiful person. They told me that they can't get enough of me. Because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what you've experienced and what you're conjuring with your thought and imagination alone. It will think that that is the actual event that occurred. So you can tell any story you want. You can tell the story that they're ready to commit to you. You can tell the story that they said you're the most beautiful person they've ever seen. You can tell the story that they've cut off any ex or whatever for you. Then you go to saturating your mind with the stories that you want to experience. Remember, your focus is you. You are not changing them. You are changing you. You are the prize. You are the main character. You are the operant power. You are the god. You. You're telling a better story, and you're becoming a more secure, radiant, sexy, beautiful version of yourself. So, like I said earlier, I know a lot of people are angry at this specific person. They're resentful. They hate them because of how they felt, what they did to them. I've been there, and I know. Understand that the them that showed up and was unfavorable and hurt you isn't the same them that's going to show up for you desirably. Anything that was done to you before your awareness of the law is the old story. If you need to do healing work, I will always advocate for that. You need to do your shadow work, go ahead. That will only benefit you. But now you get to decide who they are. They're not treating you like crap ever again. You decide how they show up. Now, a lot of people always ask me, what do I do on my 3D while everything's manifesting, you know? So my SP was out of contact with me for a year, but they finally came in. They reached out to me, but they're still taking 3 days to respond to my text messages. Do I still respond back in 5 minutes? Or, oh, my SP, you know, cut me off and ghosted me, but now he's coming in, but he only wants a booty call. He only wants me late at night. He still doesn't want me for a commitment, but at least he's texting me. Do I, you know, tell him how I'm in love with him and how I want him to be the love of my life? If you were planning on eating a slice of pizza all day and it's in the fridge, all day at work, at school, whatever, you were thinking about it, oh my god, this pizza is going to smack. When I get home, it's going to taste so good. And then you get to the fridge, you pull out the pizza, you open it, you see it has mold on it. The piece of pizza that you've been wanting, that you've been desiring, has mold all over it, is contaminated. Are you going to eat that pizza? I hope that y'all are throwing it out. Why? Because that is not the last piece of pizza in the world. First of all, it's not even edible. It's not even your desired pizza. But there's better pizza out there. I don't care if Gordon Ramsay made it. It is contaminated. It is not what you want. So why are you taking it? Like, bro, we just did the self-concept work. You deserve the best. If you want gourmet, why are you going to eat moldy pizza? You are not a bird. Stop with the breadcrumbs. You deserve more. And you have got to understand that as long as you're persisting, you're going to get exactly what you want. That wasn't the last movement in the world. Okay, they came in, so what? They're still undesirable. Keep going. If it's not what you want, it's not done manifesting. Stop getting hype over something that you already deserve. Like, bro, what do you mean? Oh, they came back after they ghosted me for 3 years. Well, you didn't deserve to be ghosted in the first place. So, know your worth. You should be looking at that like, hell yeah, it's about damn time. You crazy. Now, I will say, there is nothing that you can do in your 3D that will mess it up. Even if you do respond to that crappy movement, there's nothing that you do with that will mess it up. The 3D is always conforming to what you're persisting on, not the other way around. So don't conform to it. If you, oh my god, well, I did text back, it's fine. Just keep persisting and it will conform to that. But again, I don't care. Like, I don't care if y'all have not talked in 25 years. If they're coming in or still, if they're coming in to ask for $3,000 after being out of contact with you for 5 years and you want a relationship, we're not spending a dime on them. Like, that's crazy. With that being said, I'm not saying, like, if they do that, be like, give me commitment, you stupid peasant. You're obsessed with me, so give it to me. I'm not giving you money. Give me commitment or the, like, I'm not saying do that. But at the same time, I'm also not saying, no, like, why don't use me, but please just listen to me. Please, please, please just give me another chance. Like, please, like, I know you came back because you want. No, we're not begging and we're not forcing. We are just knowing if it's not what you want, if they're showing up, if they came back but they're still undesired, boop. Like, move. You are not the right version of my person. Move. It's his evil twin. It's her evil twin. It's not the real person. Move. Decline, deny, reject until you come back with what I want. That's it. I promise that you will still get more movement. Movement is abundant. You're always going to have it. But that's why I said we're not letting the movement determine our worth. Stop being scared about movement. Stop being movement. You are the movement. You created the movement. It came from in here. And a movement is where a lot of people get triggered, okay? Their SP's been out of their life for a hot minute. Movement happens. It's the last day self-sabotage. Oh my God, what if that's it? Oh my God, this is, but they didn't come in all the way. What did I do wrong? Nothing. You're doing, if anything, you're doing it right. This is why I said self-concept is important. Work on it. You'll be good. And with that being said, that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed, if you did, like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, you can have anything you want in this universe. Nothing's too big, small, wide, or expensive. I believe in you. You should believe in you. And I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye!